Good evening, my beautiful people. It's your super dial Gretsa FM, and welcome to our show, which is Y Show. And today we are going to unveil and educate you on different things. We are going to unpack, and we are going to unpack so many questions that you have been having about the media. And today I'm having a great guest who will introduce himself later on. And I will also introduce to you our topic today, which we will talk about later. And don't change the dial, it's your girl Yvonne. And before I take off, I'm going to ask our guest to introduce himself. Kindly, our guest, tell us who you are. Tell us.
Thank you very much, Madam Yvonne. I first of all say thank you for inviting me to your show. And let me say that I'm John Gaho, working here at Gretsa University Thika, specifically in the media studio. Yeah, that's me in general.
Okay, someone might ask, what work do you do in the studio?
Okay, in Gretsa University Thika, I work as a studio technician, so that is my general designation here at Gretsa University.
Okay, and what are your duties as the studio technician?
Let me say that as a technician in the studio, that is in the media studio.
Yes.
I have quite a number of roles and responsibilities, what you call in duties. The main thing is ensuring that the equipment that are in the studio are working,
yes,
are in good condition. Also ensuring that the equipment that are here,
yeah,
are giving a quality service to the students. So that is the main thing.
Okay. And how will you tell us, how do you ensure that the equipment are okay without any damage?
One thing you have to understand is that every morning when I come or when I report to my work, I have to check on all equipment, whether they are working, whether they're not working, and in each and every day before I go home,
yeah,
if there is any equipment that needs some checkup, I must make sure that I leave it checked.
yeah.
For example, if it is the video cameras, the voice recorders, I have to ensure that if they need charge, I must make sure that I leave them charging. And if possible, before I go home, I must make sure that they are somehow, maybe if not fully charged, at least 40% charged, for the sake of the other day's teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know whether I've answered your question correctly.
Yes, you have. And let me ask you, since you're dealing with students and
Yes,
they are coming to the studio to do practicals for classes, how else do you help them?
Let me say that it's not just equipment.
Yeah.
We have computers.
Yeah.
Inside computers, we have softwares. Because equipments, we call them hardware.
Yeah.
So you can't produce anything if you're just working with the hardware. You must get the softwares working.
Yeah.
So in the computers, I must ensure that we have the right softwares that the students need, so that whatever they are doing with the hardware, be it the camera, be it the voice recorder, be it the photo camera, or whichever equipment or whichever hardware that they might be working with, they can get the content into the computer and they can work on it so that they can be able to have a final tangible products. I think I do quite a lot of things in ensuring that even the practicals that are delivered to the students that are of standard, of quality, and ensuring that the students get more than what maybe is intended for them to receive.
So in short, you monitor the students in the studio?
That is part of what I do. I must monitor the entry, the student coming in, what are they coming to do, have they received the service, and are they comfortable with the service. So, because I do say that the students are our customer number one. So what they come to do in the studio must be of concern to me, and I must ensure that actually they get what they came for, and if possible, more than what they came for.
Okay. And if I may ask, did you professionalize with this course that is journalism, mass communication?
That is the same as asking a driver, did you go to a driving school? Automatically.
So you can also teach the students?
Automatically. You can't be able to do something practical without first of all knowing it theoretically.
Okay.
Yes.
And what would be your advice to the students who are coming in the studio, who want to learn more about the cameras, who want to learn more about editing, who want to learn about the lights? So tell us, how would you advise them?
Let me say this, Yvonne, like what you're doing here.
Yes.
You are a journalism and mass communication students here
Yes.
at Gretsa University. This is radio production.
Yeah.
So journalism is very wide, and you see we are calling it journalism and mass media.
Yeah.
Those are two different terms. There's a meaning of journalism, as you are taught. You've asked me whether I understand theory.
Yeah.
If I may ask you,
Or
what is the meaning of
instruments.
journalism, and what do we deal with in journalism?
Yes.
So we also have mass communication. So we have practicals in journalism, and we also have practicals in mass communication. And therefore, what I can tell students is that in a practical that you're supposed to do in journalism, ensure that you have gone through it. In a practical that you're supposed to be taken through in mass communication, ensure that you are taken through that practical. It is your time to learn, it is your time to get a service, and it's very simple. When you join a university, you're given the course outline, and if that is a course outline, and the course outline contains all that you're supposed to learn, both theoretically and also the practical. So you have to check on your course outline, check out the course content, and be able to understand what you've been taken through. For example, during maybe your semester one, were you taken through everything? Remember here, you are an adult, and you can be able to know whether you've been taken through the right thing or the wrong thing, or if you have been taken through everything that you are supposed to be taught, or maybe you've been given in a quality service. So it's up to the student to ensure that they use the equipment to the maximum.
Okay. And there's a student out there who is not taking journalism as a course, but would like to come to the studio to use the equipment. Is it possible for them to come?
Are you asking about a student who is doing another course?
Yes, let's say for example someone is taking business course and still they want to come to the studio, use the microphones, use the cameras. Would you allow them, or is it allowed?
I'll say this, the journalism studio is specifically meant to be used by the journalism students. It's like asking the hotel and catering tutor, the person in charge of the laboratory, shall you be in a position to allow other students to come and use your kitchen to cook? Automatically it is a no. But journalism and mass communication studies is a bit different, because you'll find us serving students from education, that is the School of Education, because we have some units that they're taken through. So it's not only mass communication students who use the studio, we have also those students from the School of Education who are taken through education technology, education media, and technology, and some other units that needs media skills. So also we have students from ICT, that is IT department. I believe those who are doing graphics and design, they might require our service. So only those students whose course needs assistance from this studio can access the studio.
Okay, thank you so much. And What's a long-term for journalism students? What's a long-term plan for the journalism students from you as our studio technician?
Let me say that currently what you have is enough for the basic training. That I would call it standard. But what you're doing, not only me, but also with the colleagues in the department, we are trying to make sure that all the equipments that are needed for you to get the training that you require, we are organizing and we are making sure that all the equipments, we have the list. Already we have the list of the equipments that we need, all of them, and we shall purchase with the help of the university management all those equipments, some of which you're going to see them anytime getting into the studio. For example, we're going to have a full set of photography. Any equipment that you need to do photography, you're going to have them anytime. They can be delivered anytime. We've already done the requisition, and all that is being purchased, plus some other equipment. Like, for example, maybe starting from the month of April, mid-April, this year of 2023, like what you're doing here, yes. You shall be going live on Facebook, on YouTube, or on any social platform, so that you can get live product of what you are doing. So our main role is to ensure that you get the very best and you become the very best.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming, Mr. John Gahu.
Yes.
And I'm getting messages here that someone wants to know more about you. What else do you do? Apart from being here in studio, someone might ask, what else do you do?
What else do I do?
Yes.
I'm a parent, I'm a father,
Yes.
I have a family, so that's also part of what I do. Also,
Congratulations.
thank you. Also, I do some businesses here and there, so you find me out there doing some businesses.
Yes.
Like you said, I find me selling roti maguta. We call it kuza ploti.
Yes.
Nitauza, nimefanya hizo.
Yeah.
If you find me selling a car, don't say, "Ai mwalimu, kwani umetoka university unauza car?" Yeah.
Yes.
I do have so many side hustles, and above everything, my main calling is being a pastor, serving God. So out of this, I do serve God.
Yes.
I'm sure I'm a pastor
Yes.
of Blessings Revival Center Church in Kigumo.
Okay, tell us about that church. Maybe someone might want to come to your church.
I thought that because today we are talking about Gretsa University,
Yes.
I think it would be wise if you give me another opportunity to talk about the ministry.
Okay, so they can follow you on your platforms and know more about you, about
Thank
your
you.
church.
Thank you very much. If anybody wants to know about my ministry, where I'm serving God, you just go on YouTube, search Pastor John Gaho. You go to Facebook, search for Pastor John Gaho. You go to Twitter, you search for @John Ngugi Gaho. You'll find me there, and you'll get to know more about me in ministry.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for creating your time for us. And to my listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. Till next time, goodbye.
Thank you. You're welcome, Yvonne, and I appreciate your invite.
Thank you so much.
Hoping to be invited some other time.
Okay.
Thank you.